She didn't even see it coming. One moment, Amelia walked gracefully into the grand ballroom of the Lexington Hotel in downtown Chicago, her long, elegant white dress gliding against the marble floor, and in the next, a sharp tug, a sudden rip, and gasps filled the chandelier-lit hall. Before we continue, if you are watching our video for the first time, you're highly welcome to your favorite channel, Elliot Stories. Please bless and support us by hitting that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell to get notified for more heartwarming and inspiring stories coming your way tomorrow and never to miss any. Share to friends who love stories filled with twists and good morals, and also to loved ones who cherish respect, equity, and justice no matter the cost. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our stories travel. And to other beautiful and hard-working YouTubers, let's interact in the comment section. I hope to see you soon. We deeply appreciate our unique constant viewers, our high-esteemed subscribers, our lovely new viewers, and our first-time subscribers for being part of our beautiful journey daily. Amelia stood frozen, clutching the torn side of her dress with trembling fingers, her eyes wide with humiliation and disbelief. A thread snapped against her skin as the satin clung awkwardly to one side, revealing more than it ever should. The room fell into a stunned silence. Then came the laughter. It started from a corner, a mocking snicker that rolled into a full, cruel chuckle. Standing there with a smug grin, holding the torn shred of satin like a victory flag, was Preston Langford III, the entitled, arrogant heir to the Langford family fortune. 18, reckless, and unapologetically privileged. "Oops," he said loudly, voice slurring slightly from champagne, his blue eyes glinting with mischief. "Didn't know it was so fragile." People gasped. Some turned away. Some pulled out their phones. But Amelia's husband, Nathaniel Carter, did not move. He stood across the room, talking to the mayor and two foreign investors, his champagne glass halfway to his lips when he caught the sound, and then the sight. His eyes met hers instantly. Amelia wasn't crying. Her pride wouldn't allow it. But her chest rose and fell quickly, and her mouth trembled as she tried to form words. Nathaniel placed his glass on the tray of a passing waiter without breaking eye contact. Then, in total silence, he walked. The click of his polished shoes echoed through the hall. People whispered. They parted like the Red Sea as the most respected black billionaire in the city approached his wife and the smug teenager. "Apologize," Nathaniel said calmly. Preston raised an eyebrow. "Excuse me?" "I said apologize to my wife," Nathaniel repeated, his voice low, controlled, but terrifying. Preston gave a short laugh. "Look, man, I said it was an accident. Besides, she doesn't seem hurt." The crowd held its breath. "She doesn't seem hurt. You just ripped my wife's gown in front of 300 people at a televised charity gala," Nathaniel said, stepping closer. "And your apology is oops." Preston shrugged. "It was just a dress. No big deal." Nathaniel glanced at his wife, then back at the boy. He smiled, but it wasn't a warm smile. "You know what else is just a dress? Reputation," he said. "And you just tore both apart." That night, everything changed. Within minutes, Nathaniel made a call that would shatter the Langford family name. 3 hours later, Preston was escorted out of the same ballroom by 2 private security officers, his father chasing behind, red-faced and shouting into his phone. But it had already been done. Nathaniel Carter wasn't just any man. He owned one of the most powerful logistics and infrastructure companies in the United States. Over the years, he had bailed out more companies than most CEOs could dream of acquiring. The Langford shipping enterprise, the one that had kept their billions growing for generations, relied heavily on Carter's supply chain, tech, and operational licenses. By the time Preston was leaving the ballroom, Nathaniel had already spoken with the Securities Commission, his legal team, the state auditor, and 4 of Langford's largest international partners. He wasn't seeking vengeance. He was restoring dignity. Within 48 hours, press releases flooded media outlets. Allegations long buried beneath the Langford empire were brought to light. From money laundering trails to toxic work culture and falsified audits, everything Preston's father had tried to bury now surfaced. And Nathaniel? He never raised his voice. Never touched the boy. Never made a scene. He simply pulled every string of justice that had been ignored too long. And he did it in honor of his wife. Amelia, despite the embarrassment, held her head high through the aftermath. She became a symbol of dignity, grace, and quiet strength. When a local journalist asked her days later how she managed to keep her composure, she simply said, "We don't stoop to the level of those who mock us. We rise, not because we're rich, but because we remember who we are. That quote went viral. Talk shows covered it. Celebrities posted it. Influencers stitched videos around it. And Preston, he disappeared from public life. Rumors swirled of rehab, overseas exile, and a court settlement. But no apology ever came. Still, Nathaniel and Amelia never looked back. They instead launched a new mentorship program for young people of color entering elite professional spaces. Not only to provide access, but to teach self-worth, resilience, and how to deal with moments of humiliation with power and pride. The moral lesson: respect is never too expensive to afford. Dignity is never lost when you choose restraint over revenge. We live in a world where appearances are often valued more than character, but true power lies in how we react when we're wronged. Not with rage, but with purpose. Nathaniel didn't ruin a boy's life. The boy's arrogance ruined his own. This story is a reminder that cruelty may come in silk suits and designer heels, but character wears no brand. Stand tall. Hold your values. And teach the world how to treat you, not by screaming, but by rising. This story was humbly crafted and brought to you by your favorite channel, Elliot Stories. Catch you on the next one. Huge appreciation from Elliot Stories.